As you will all know, the summer days are approaching, and we are facing 2 months of no school, no homework, and hot weather. While the normal student would just spend the summer days relaxing and forgetting all learned in school, what I'd rather be doing with my time is something more valuable. As children, we have a lot more time and opportunities to explore and do what we love to do. We don't have to work jobs and pay taxes and plan meals and all those chores that come with adulthood. So, if I were you, I would make the most of this time. Instead of passing the summer months with no plan and getting no work done, I would plan for the summer. And since you clicked on this video, I would assume that you would too. So I read a book called The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington a little while back. And I'd like to put this planning technique into use in my entire life. I'd recommend you to read the book to get a full overview of the planning technique and such. But since you clicked on this video, I'll give you a brief overview of this technique. The 12-week year takes advantage of the time pressure that we see evidently in the last few months of the year. Studies have shown that in the traditional year, productivity shoots up in the last few months due to time pressure to reach the goals that were set on the 1st of January, which will seem so far away. So the logic behind the 12-week year is that instead of waiting for the last few months of the year, why not apply the same time pressure into every week of our lives? Since the 12-week year is much shorter than the traditional 12-month year, there is a higher pressure to reach our goals. In this version of the year, a week becomes a day, and therefore a day as important as a week. With a constant renewal of motivation and goals, we have a higher motivation to get things done. So, in a nutshell, the planning technique for the 12-week year looks like this. The first thing to do is to identify a vision for yourself. You'll want to have a compelling one that inspires you and motivates you. This vision should be divided into 2 different parts, the long-term vision and the short-term vision. In the short-term vision, which is spanned around 3 years into the future, you'll want to set specific goals that are still a stretch. Within your vision, you'll also want to identify the why as to why you want to achieve your vision. More specifically, you'll want to identify why you want that thing, why it is important, and what will be different if you hit it. In the short-term vision, you will then break it down into several clear and reachable goals. After that, you will start to plan. A few criteria for a good plan is that it is specific, measurable, a reasonable stretch, and time-bound. To start planning, take one of the goals from your short-term vision and break it down into a few daily or weekly actions that you need to take to reach it. This plan should also cover possible choke points and how you will overcome them. Later, while carrying out the plan, you'll want to set aside time weekly to monitor your progress. To look over the grand plan, look for any breakdown points, and plan out what you're going to do each week to achieve these goals. Also, during that time, you'll want to reflect on your week and score according to your lag and lead indicators. Lag indicators are how far you are from achieving your goals, and lead indicators are the progress that you're making on them, both of which are equally important to achieve your goal in the long term. To provide you with an example, I'll share with you my 12-week plan for the summer. Like mentioned, I started with a long-term and a short-term vision. My long-term vision was to be able to make YouTube my job, to get good grades, to speak a few different languages fluently, and to be fluent in JavaScript and possibly Python and HTML. Then, I broke it down into a shorter-term vision, in which I want to concentrate on YouTube and JavaScript, and then Swedish. Then, I broke the vision down into a few different goals. Make YouTube my job became improve 1% every video. Being fluent in JavaScript became finishing a JavaScript course I was taking, and language learning became finishing the Swedish Duolingo course. After that, I broke it down even further. I broke it down into different key actions I needed to take to achieve my goals. Improve 1% every video became spend an hour a day on YouTube work. finishing the JavaScript course became spending 30 minutes a day on the JavaScript course and watching videos online explaining key concepts. And finishing the Swedish Duolingo course became spending 30 minutes a day on the Duolingo course and on tiny cards. I also identified my lead and lag indicators, found out what I would struggle with and how I would deal with it. Then, after doing all this planning in Apple Notes, I set up a little goal tracker and reflection template that I could use every week. Then, all I had to do was carry it out. However, there was another intermediate step in there, which was planning my weeks on an hourly basis. I set up a schedule that repeated mostly daily. Some days I had other classes, so I have to adjust my schedule to fit it, but most times I follow a schedule that repeats daily. In it, I schedule time for working on YouTube, time for studying and homework, time for working on my goals, and of course, time to rest. I like routine in my days, and setting up a schedule that is virtually identical one day to the next has allowed me to get some sort of rhythm and familiarity into my day-to-day schedule. And now all I have to do is carry it out. But of course, it won't be as easy as that. It's not that easy to just start working on your goals. And to remedy that, I will be creating a short summer series where I will be making videos on how to make the best use of your summer. I will be making 4 videos, including this one, covering how to plan, how to stay motivated, stay productive, and books to read during the summer. These videos will be going out on a normal weekly basis, so next week you can expect the video on how to stay motivated during the summer. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really can't thank you guys enough. Doing YouTube is honestly my dream, and I can't believe that I'm privileged enough to be able to do this, even to the small audience that I have. While I'm certainly not a big YouTuber, just being able to speak to my own audience that consists of people other than my family and friends that have discovered my channel and subscribed is just amazing. So anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I will show you how you can stay motivated and show you guys my own motivation tactics that I relied on to become the person who I am today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay productive. Bye!